Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I'm sharing the next 10 days in my Junk Journal July using Meg Journal's prompts. So I don't have my little eyelet on yet, so the string is just tied for the moment. So we did up to number 10 in the previous video, and so now we're at number 11. Number 11 is favourite supply. So let's just lift this up. My favourite supply, since I started card making about 15 years ago, started my blog, Buttons for Brains was the blog name. Penny black stamps were one of the first stamps that I ever bought, and I just loved them, especially the hedges. Now I don't use them so much because times have changed and I'm now into these junky journals and collaging and all the things that brings, but I still do have my collection of wood mounted and also clear penny black stamps, which I love and just can't ever see me not loving them. They used to be out in display, but then the collection grew, and because they're wood mounted, they were taking up too much room, but they're still here, they're still being well looked after. And yeah, I've also got some washi, and I've stitched around this piece of decorative paper. So favourite supply, definitely my stamps, especially the penny blacks. Number 12, in the garden. And this is a die cut, a piece of ephemera from 49 in Market, and a fussy cut bird from a bird book. This was part of a mass make I did using up my Project Life cards, so it was good that it fitted exactly for the in the garden prompt. So that was an easy page for me. That was all already done, and I just stuck that right on the way it was and just stamped that in the garden. So that's that page. And next page after in the garden is morning. So our morning routine is different on the second half of the week to the first half of the week. The first half of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I work from home. I do 6 hours, civil servant, and I do 6 hours a day. Partial retirement, it's a great way of doing things when you get towards the end of your career and you can partially retire and enjoy the best of both worlds. So on a Thursday, Friday or at the weekend, we go to Sava for morning coffee, and we get 2 lattes, a croissant and a scone and jam for me. And this is a lovely place. We're a regular there. They know Millie the dog, and they bring out a bowl of water that's got nice tables and chairs outside, and it's just a lovely place to go. So that's what we do of a morning quite often. So monochrome is these 3 black and white butterflies. They've been fussy cut from a sheet of butterflies, and if you can see, I just went round the edges with my zig real brush markers, and it just makes them more attached to the page, if you like, more into the page, if you can go round with a darker one and then a lighter one. I tried some water, but this isn't watercolour paper, and I hadn't put gesso down, so it's just kind of lived where it was put, but I think it worked out okay, and I quite like the effect that that gives. And also some washi down the side there. Number 15, layered. And this was another one of my mass makes. I made those strips. There's a video. It was one of Roxy's challenges, and it's strips of scrap paper just to make the edge with a tag to put on the edge of a page, and I thought that was just perfect to use up. Another easy one. It was all already made, and I just stamped layered there. This next one is borders. And I think this is a Dina White clay stamp set that I used here and just gave it a bit of a colour, so that's just stamped. And I used that font stamp set because it's got a border around it. And I've just noticed I've stamped right onto the back. There, not to worry. Next one, paint. For each paint set I get, or different paint sets, watercolours or acrylics or whatever, I'll always do one of these kind of palette samples, just so that I know the colour, because sometimes the colour isn't always how it looks on the tube or on the box. These are the Art Philosophy watercolour confetti set. I've already got a bigger sheet with the name of the colours written out in order of the palette, so that I know exactly what colour I'm going for. But for this, I just thought it would be a bit of fun to do like a littler version without the names, and it just looks quite cool there, I think. And then I just had a little bit of a play around the edges and some washi. This is the back cover. I haven't done anything with that yet. It's just the way it is when the book was made. I might add something to the back cover at the end, I'll see. And that's the back. And then with a concertina, of course, a concertina opens the other way and you get to start from the beginning again. So this is quote, "Begin with a dream," which I think is a good quote, especially for somebody that is trying to make up projects and trying to think about what to do for their next video. I think everyone starts by thinking, oh, what will I do, and trying to dream up ideas. That's how I've interpreted that. So sometimes I'm sitting in the car or sitting having a coffee and I think, or lying in bed at night, it helps you go to sleep thinking about your next project. That's what I do anyway. I'm guessing everybody's the same. Happy Mail, number 19. And again, this is one of those side clusters that I made in the mass make, but this time I just glued it onto the page on 3 sides, and that creates a little pocket. So this is my Happy Mail. It's from a little shop on Etsy, Jelly Bean Studio. I'm not affiliated in any way. It's just I think that if someone goes to the effort of putting a little note, how cute is that? A little bit of material and things, and a little note, have fun with your goodies. And it's stitched across here. It just makes the order just so special. I know that it's not maybe Happy Mail as in a friend is sending you some Happy Mail, or it's you know, or a swap or whatever, but I just think, you know, if it's not a bill, for me it's Happy Mail. So I'm counting that as Happy Mail. I'll need to stick down these wee bits of washi. And the final one in this number 20 is Collage Cluster. And again, I've used up one of my mass makes. This was a little stitched collage I made. There's a video for that. Yeah, so that was easy. I just made a little collage background for it. Some collage paper, a little bit of washi, some vintage ledger paper, and just plonked the collage right on top. Job done, and a stamped cluster there. So that's us up to date. Well, as up to date as I'm going to be today. I've got enough pages left for the rest of the month, and that's us. So I think maybe what I'll do, rather than do all 11 in a week or so's, in 2 weeks or so's time, I thought, let me do maybe 5, then 6. So I think that's probably what I'll do, because if I've been doing them in 10s, but that was to catch up, and if I do 10, it only leaves 1. So and I don't want to leave poor reflections on its own there at the end. So I think I'll maybe do 5 and then 6, and then that'll be it. But it's turning out really, really nice. I'm really pleased with it. It's absolutely so much fun. Totally enjoying it. I do love some good prompts. It just gets you thinking, doesn't it? And so, and I like this page. Right, so that's me. Maybe the next time I'll have my eyelet on. So if you've liked this video, thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.